Did you know that consuming only one simple meal before to 8 a.m. can postpone your leg muscles aging by up to 10 years? And no, I'm not talking about a drug. I'm not talking about expensive supplements either. I'm speaking of a typical lunch that almost everyone has seen before. Most individuals, however, are unaware of it and disregard it every morning. This one breakfast item can help persons over 60 maintain their leg strength, improve their balance, prevent nighttime leg cramps, and even reduce their risk of losing leg muscle by up to 72%, according to recent studies. This sickness silently pushes millions of older adults into walkers, wheelchairs, or perhaps permanent immobility. The grim truth: most folks don't know about this food. Even worse, many people unintentionally make the problem worse by eating the wrong foods as soon as they wake up. Now let me ask you, is your lack of it causing you to unintentionally weaken your legs every morning? Watch this video through until the very end. I'll list the exact foods you should consume first thing in the morning and provide 5 simple breakfast ideas that will help you stay stable and take control of your life after 60. What about the list's final item? You may be taken aback. You don't have to put up with the feeling that your legs are getting weaker every day. You don't have to accept losing your ability to walk confidently, keep your balance, or be independent just because you're 60. The excellent news has arrived. That process is actually reversible. Which aspect is the best? You don't need medication. It is not necessary to have expensive equipment. Working out hard doesn't even require you to exert yourself. It all starts with something small but important: your first meal of the day. It could appear simple. Maybe it sounds too familiar. On the other hand, eating the right breakfast could either strengthen or weaken your legs over time. And this is the main concern of today's nutrition specialists. The majority of folks over 60 do breakfast completely wrong. They leave it out. Instead, they use coffee. They take up nutrients. The white bread should be poured. Even worse, they believe, I'll drink plain water and eat later. What comes next? When the body enters a catabolic stata mode, it physically begins to break down its own muscle for energy. Which muscles contract first, do you know? To walk, stand, keep your balance, and avoid falls, you depend on the muscles in your legs. According to a Tufts University study, if older adults eat a nutritious breakfast that contains the right nutrients, they can regain up to 35% of their leg strength in just 8 weeks. The nicest thing about these products is their affordable prices. They're not exotic. You've probably seen them before. In other words, you haven't been assembling things correctly or eating them at the right time. In the minutes that follow, I'll go over 5 simple yet really powerful meals that science has shown can significantly improve leg strength, reduce the severity of your leg cramps, restore your equilibrium, and most importantly, help you keep your leg muscles strong before they progressively weaken. I'll reveal a really strange recipe at the end of this video that has given hundreds of senior citizens a sense of mobility again. A small portion consumed in the morning. Oh, if you believe that lost muscle cannot be gotten again, stay with me. You may change your mind. This is the truth. Beyond the age of 60, your body begins to gradually lose muscle, especially in your legs, whether you are aware of it or not. For millions of elderly people each year, sarcopenia is one of the primary causes of their incapacity to walk long distances, trouble getting out of chairs, greater risk of losing their balance, and eventual need for canes, walkers, or even full-time care. What is the biggest concern of mine? Muscle loss is painless. It is not accompanied by fever or cramps. It infiltrates silently. One morning, your legs feel a bit heavier. You stutter a little as you get off the curb one more day. You think, I'm just getting older. But one day you'll need to hoist yourself with your arms just to stand. That isn't entirely true, though. You do not become feeble as you age. It is the loss of your leg's strength, which is what makes you independent. Beauty and strength aren't the only elements in this situation. The National Institute on Aging reports that persons over 60 may lose up to 33% of their leg muscle mass in 10 years if nothing is done. When you lose leg muscle, you become unbalanced. You run a higher chance of falling. Your stride gets shorter. You go more slowly. You may even begin to put things off. The circulation of blood deteriorates. Your mobility is limited, and as your legs deteriorate, a chain reaction begins. Increase in fat around the abdomen, decreased bone density, insufficient sleep, decreased hunger, Feeling constrained by an uncooperative body is the worst emotional toll, followed by memory loss. Why does this have the biggest impact on me in the morning? Because after 7 or 9 hours of sleep, your body enters a prolonged state of hunger. If you don't eat something as soon as you get up, your body starts using your own muscles as fuel. This is especially dangerous for seniors, whose muscular growth is already slower than it was in their youth. If you don't halt this process with the right food first thing in the morning, your leg muscles will continue to degenerate progressively before the day even begins. Your legs are the largest muscle group in your body. Therefore, losing muscle there not only makes you weaker, but also throws off your overall metabolic balance. Circulation in the legs decreases. Numerous other problems begin to appear as the blood flow to the legs slows down. Leg cramps, shaky limbs, tingling or numbness, and even issues with coordination can occur when walking or climbing stairs. As a result, many older individuals who do not have severe illnesses soon become feeble, inactive, and ultimately dependent on others to carry out even the most basic duties. But here's the good news. Your body can still mend itself if you act quickly. If you start tomorrow morning and consume the right foods at the right times, you may help your muscles repair, regain leg strength, improve your balance, prevent cramping, and most importantly, keep your independence with every step. So keep watching. I'll then show you your leg muscles, natural allies, the food science calls, and simple breakfast choices that could significantly improve your quality of life beyond 60, your gait, and your ability to get out of a chair. David is 69. Once a construction engineer, he traversed the United States, climbing hills, navigating woods, and climbing scaffolds without ever growing weary. But now when he wakes up in the morning, his legs no longer feel like they belong to him. His knees are stiff. His feet can feel numb at times or feel as heavy as lead at others. Like trying to move a rusted machine, your first few morning steps are tentative, low, and unsteady. One morning when he was heading out to the porch to collect the newspaper, he caught his foot on a low step and slipped. Although it wasn't a serious injury, he was terrified because, more than the fall itself, he felt as though he was slowly losing something. He once assumed that his leg strength was a given. His wife started to notice too. He took his time walking. His gait was unsteady. Every time he got up from the couch, he had to push off with both hands on his knees. He didn't seem to be as excited about going for morning walks in the park. When he finally admitted that he had been having more regular leg cramps at night, she knew something was wrong. David didn't have any severe medical conditions, no diabetes. There is no arthritis. Physicians secretly called what he was experiencing the after 60 phase. The muscle loss increases over time, silently but firmly, especially in the legs, which bear your entire weight, stabilize every step, and allow you to move out of the living room, the front porch, or the bathroom. After that fall, David started digging. He learned something he had never really thought about in his life after reading papers, viewing videos, and speaking with a nutritionist. What you eat in the morning may cause your legs to get stronger or weaker. With each day that went by, he started to change. He stopped skipping breakfast, which he used to do. He stopped drinking black coffee on an empty stomach. He began his mornings with simple, uncomplicated foods that were full of the exact nutrients his body had been craving in order to rebuild muscle, improve circulation in his legs, alleviate leg weakness, improve balance, and most importantly, help him stand up without bracing himself or worrying about falling. The first notable alteration he saw was 3 weeks later. Getting out of bed felt lighter. His morning steps had lost their weight and hesitation. The nighttime leg cramps stopped. He started walking around the house again. At the park, after that. By the second month, he was walking about 2 kilometers every morning without stopping. I feel like I've regained my legs, he tells his wife often these days. Not a cane, no help. David was able to preserve strong, independent, and energized legs, something that most people think is impossible to maintain, even after the age of 60, by making a small change to his daily routine. I know you can do it too. You are not in need of luck, just being aware of where to begin. I will next demonstrate to you the 5 particular breakfast ingredients that David used and that thousands of senior folks now use into their daily routine to build more robust, sturdy, and reliable legs. The greatest morning fare, whole eggs. For a quick meal that will help with muscle recovery, especially in your leg sit, there is nothing simpler or more effective than a cooked egg. Eggs contain nearly all of the amino acids your body needs for muscular growth and repair. But the real magic happens in the yolk. It contains vitamin D, vitamin B12, choline, and a vital compound called leucine, which is a significant inducer of muscle protein synthesis. The legs are more susceptible to muscle loss after the age of 60, therefore this is especially true for them. A study from the University of Illinois found that older adults who ate 2 eggs every morning for 8 weeks showed significant improvements in their leg strength and independence. Moreover, eggs strengthen the neuromuscular system, which improves walking control, balance, and the risk of falling, one of the most hazardous consequences of muscle loss in the elderly. Vitamin B12-rich eggs also protect the myelin sheath that surrounds your nerves, improving brain-to-leg transmission. You'll walk more steadily, wobble less, and miss fewer steps as a result. Additionally, since seniors often have low amounts of this mineral, eggs provide a highly absorbable form of iron that enhances circulation and oxygen delivery to your leg muscles. For best results, eat the full egg, don't skip the yolk, between 30 and 60 minutes after waking up. The ideal choice is boiled eggs because they retain all of their benefits without adding extra fat. For more variation, try making a quick scramble with tomatoes or spinach. Both are rich in magnesium, which supports the health of your lower body muscles and antioxidants. One egg is more than just breakfast every morning. It is your main defense against the subtle deterioration of your leg muscles, and if you stick with it for 30 days, you'll most likely see a change. Stronger legs, less cramping. The best thing about it is that you won't have to grab the armrest every time you want to stand up. The second breakfast item, chia seeds on top of cereal. If eggs provide your muscles fuel, oatmeal gives them the steady energy they require to work throughout the morning. Furthermore, when mixed with chia seeds, this simple mixture works well for elderly people who wish to preserve their leg strength, prevent muscular atrophy, and improve blood flow to their legs. Oats are rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that reduces inflammation, enhances muscle absorption of nutrients, and aids in blood sugar regulation. When your blood sugar is stable, your body can better absorb the protein and minerals needed to rebuild your leg muscles. That is particularly important for elderly, whose metabolic efficiency often decreases dramatically around age 60. Additionally, chia seeds provide calcium, potassium, magnesium, and omega-3 fatty acids. In addition to controlling nerve signals and maintaining proper muscle contraction, these 4 essential minerals are also helpful in preventing leg cramps, particularly those painful spasms that occur at night. Leg stiffness might result from walking and extended standing, but chia's magnesium helps to relax the smooth muscles. Potassium keeps electrolyte balance and promotes circulation in your legs, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach even the little, often overlooked muscle units in your lower body. It's easy to make. Combine 3 tablespoons of rolled oats with water or nut milk. Cook until soft. Stir in a tablespoon of chia seeds. You can add some blueberries or banana slices as a garnish for extra natural sweetness and antioxidants. Eat it warm, preferably within an hour after waking up. Seniors who switch to oatmeal and chia in the mornings report improved stamina throughout the day, less leg pain, and improved balance when standing for long periods of time or climbing stairs. Nighttime leg cramps often subside and are a clear sign that the muscles are finally getting the assistance they need to recover. Beyond just being a healthy breakfast food, oatmeal has several uses. With the help of this solid foundation, adults over 60 can continue to be strong, independent, and fully involved in life on their own terms. A banana was the third morning item. Bananas are sometimes referred to be nature's electrolyte pill for senior citizens due to their high potassium content. Bananas are among the greatest fruits for preventing leg cramps, improving circulation, encouraging healthy muscle contractions, and maintaining leg strength in adults over 60. Since your body is typically lacking in essential nutrients right after waking up, bananas work especially well at that time. A medium banana contains about 400 milligrams of potassium, or 10% of your daily needs. Potassium is required to maintain the electrical charge across muscle cell membranes and allow for fluid, coordinated muscular movement. Lack of potassium increases the likelihood that muscles will malfunction or spasm, which can result in cramping at night or that twitchy sensation in your legs while you're trying to relax. This issue is common among seniors, especially those who are using diuretics or have poor mineral absorption. A Harvard University study found that older adults who regularly ate bananas had a 33% lower risk of leg cramps than those who didn't eat enough foods high in potassium. Vitamin B6, which is also abundant in bananas, is crucial for nerve communication, which enhances balance and coordination when walking by facilitating better connection between your brain and leg muscles. But not everyone is a fan of bananas. If you have chronic kidney disease, type 2 diabetes, or are controlling your blood sugar, too much potassium can be harmful. Increases in blood sugar or irregular heartbeats could result from it. In some circumstances, a smaller, slightly underripe banana is better since it has more resistant starch and less sugar, which delays digestion and keeps blood glucose levels steady. The best time to eat a banana is just after your main breakfast, not when you're hungry. To enhance nutritional absorption and sustain a balanced energy level without suffering abrupt blood sugar spikes, you can mix it with chia seeds, add it to your oatmeal, or eat it with plain Greek yogurt. For most seniors without underlying medical conditions, a single small banana in the morning can help protect leg muscles, improve stride, maintain electrolyte balance, and slow down the usual process of muscle loss. When used correctly, a banana can serve as a powerful leg shield that provides you with confidence, strength, and stability throughout the day. It's simple, affordable, and easy to understand. Greek yogurt is the fourth breakfast item. One of the greatest breakfast choices if you want to stop the slow, imperceptible muscle loss that happens overnight is Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is triple strained to eliminate most of the liquid, giving it a thick, creamy texture and nearly double the protein of regular yogurt. Due to the slow digesting casein protein, Greek yogurt is especially helpful for people over 60 who need to maintain and improve their leg muscles. Sleep causes your body to enter a catabolic state, which breaks down muscle tissue to provide energy. Seniors should be especially concerned about this as age-related hormonal and metabolic changes already slow down muscle repair. If the right protein is not taken first thing in the morning, muscle degradation continues, particularly in the legs, which are already weakened by reduced activity, circulation, and hormone changes. A 170-gram meal of Greek yogurt contains about 17 grams of high-quality protein and leucine, the amino acid primarily responsible for starting muscle protein synthesis. Greek yogurt, which is also rich in calcium and vitamin D, supports strong bones and neuromuscular coordination, all of which are necessary for improved balance and more fluid walking. Furthermore, the probiotics in yogurt, which are mostly known for their positive effects on gut health, also enhance nutrient absorption and reduce chronic inflammation, both of which contribute to better circulation in the legs. In as little as 6 weeks, older adults who took 20 grams of casein protein daily and did minimal exercise reported measurable increases in leg strength, according to a study from Maastricht University in the Netherlands. That same group also reported better balance and fewer nighttime leg cramps. However, not everyone can tolerate Greek yogurt well. If you are lactose intolerant or have digestive issues, look for items that are lactose-free, or consider alternatives made from sheep or goat milk, which are typically less acidic. Avoid sugar-filled store-bought yogurts and artificial flavor-shy sugar, which can increase blood sugar levels in adults over 60, promote inflammation, and hinder muscle recovery. For best effects, Greek yogurt should be consumed within an hour of waking, or maybe 30 minutes after a little morning workout. Because of its high protein content, excellent digestion, and versatility, you can enhance the flavor and nutritional value by adding some unsweetened berries, cinnamon, or chia seeds. Greek yogurt's long-term leg-shaping advantages include a stronger, more stable, and more active start to each day, as well as a quicker recovery from sleep. Fifth, breakfast fare, pan-seared salmon. If you want to promote muscle recovery in your legs after the age of 60, you should include salmon or other fatty fish, like mackerel and sardines, in your breakfast at least twice a week. There are a lot of omega-3 fatty acids in this fish, specifically DHA2 and EPA, potent compounds, renowned for enhancing the absorption of proteins by muscle tissues, reducing inflammation in muscles, and raising insulin sensitivity. Together, they assist elders slow down their normal muscular atrophy and restore leg strength. According to a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, adults over 65 who consume 2 meals of fatty fish per week maintain 27% more leg muscle mass than those who consume just red meat or no fish. Absolutely not. Even more remarkable were the significant improvements in walking ability, balance, and a 36% lower risk of falling due to leg weakness in the fish-eating group. How does it work? Chronic inflammation can be reduced with the use of omega-3 fatty acids. Particularly in the lower limbs, a subtle but harmful process erodes muscle strength and flexibility. The highly digestible protein, 20 grams per 100 grams cooked, and vitamins B12 and D, which are vital for neuromuscular transmission and enhance muscle-brain synchronization during activity, are also abundant in salmon. The simplest way to prepare it? Sear fresh fish in extra virgin olive oil for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. For a high-protein, high-fat, mineral-balanced breakfast, serve it with roasted sweet potatoes, steaming vegetables, or a couple slices of avocado. If you don't have time to boil fish in the morning, opt for a piece of unsweetened smoked salmon or take a high-quality fish oil supplement. But most dietitians agree that real foods are a better source of nutrients than supplements. Just a quick message. Start with smaller portions and eat early in the morning when your stomach is still mainly empty if you already have issues with fatty liver, increased cholesterol, or trouble digesting fat. Instead of frying fish, go for baked or steamed fish. If you have bloating or slow digestion, reduce the dosage to once per week. If your doctor recommends it, consider taking it with digestive enzymes. Salmon and other fatty fish are great sources of nutrients other than protein. They maintain your muscles flexible, healthy, and ready for recovery in a manner akin to that of your body's natural lubricants. Most importantly, they help protect your legs from the insidious deterioration that comes with aging. Remember that eating even one dish of salmon for breakfast each week, regardless of age, is a big investment in your ability to lead an active life. Walk confidently and keep your equilibrium. The concealed dinner. Sweet potatoes are served with natural mineral salt. I promised to reveal this dish at the beginning of the video. It isn't a supplement. It's not a superfood that costs a fortune. This is a relatively common kitchen item that almost everyone already possesses. Steaming is used for sweet potatoes. Lightly sprinkle with Celtic sea salt. It sounds easy, but the impact is widespread. Sweet potatoes' high complex carbohydrate content can help your muscles refuel their glycogen stores after a long night of fatigue. Sweet potatoes are unique because their starch doesn't elevate blood sugar levels, in contrast to many other popular breakfast items. Rather, it gives steady energy, avoiding morning muscular fatigue, especially in the legs, which are prone to cramps, dull aches, and progressive weakness if not properly fueled. Furthermore, sweet potatoes are an excellent source of vitamin C, potassium, magnesium, and manganese, which cooperate to strengthen leg circulation, regulate nerve impulses, and address electrolyte abnormalities that result in weak legs. In particular, magnesium is known as the element that promotes muscle relaxation. It relieves cramps, reduces stiffness, and helps with balance when standing or moving throughout the day. How about the salt? Celtic sea salt is not the same as table salt. More than 80 trace elements that your body, especially your muscles, regularly needs to maintain coordinated, smooth contractions and avoid cramps are present in this natural, unprocessed sea salt. Unlike refined salt, Celtic salt does not significantly increase blood pressure. Instead, it promotes electrolyte replacement in the proper ratios, speeds up the recuperation of leg muscles, and stabilizes fluid pressure inside muscle tissue. People who ate a high-fiber breakfast, like sweet potatoes, together with sea salt that was high in potassium and magnesium, showed 41% better balance and more than 50% fewer falls over the course of 90 days. According to a study by the French Institute of Mineral Nutrition, it's simple to use. Season half of a soft, warm, steamed sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic salt. Eat it warm after a glass of warm water and around 10 minutes before your main breakfast. This timing helps to initiate mineral absorption and normalize blood sugar levels for the rest of the morning. For just 1 week, doing this every morning may result in lighter steps, less numbness, less cramps, and an easier time getting to your feet without hesitating or stumbling. Most people aren't aware of this kind of hidden breakfast, but for people over 60, it can act as a network of support, helping to maintain one of our most valuable abilities as we age, the ability to walk confidently and independently. Morning routines to improve leg. Stability and strength daily protection and restoration of leg strength is necessary, but eating the right nutrients is also crucial. Additionally, seniors should develop a few simple morning routines that can significantly improve their self-confidence, balance, and leg strength. First, drink a glass of warm water with a pinch of natural mineral salt as soon as you wake up. After a long night's sleep, many people wake up with tight, heavy legs or feel unstable while standing because their bodies are low in electrolytes and dehydrated. As you start moving, a 250 milliliter glass of warm water with 1/5 teaspoon of Celtic or Himalayan salt helps restore electrolyte balance, improves circulation in your legs, calms the nervous system, and helps you avoid cramping. Take it slowly for 5 minutes, then eat breakfast. Second, do a leg lift and balancing exercise for about 3 minutes. No equipment. Stay inside. Stand tall and raise yourself 2 to 4 inches off the floor in your living room or bedroom. Hold for 10 seconds. Then switch legs. Do 5 rounds on each side. This simple practice reduces your risk of falling when getting out of bed or exiting the bedroom by increasing your body awareness and balance. Additionally, it tones the hips, thighs, and calves, muscles that lose mass the most quickly as we age. Third, don't leave bed too early. Many elderly people wake up too early, which can cause dizziness, instability, or even falls. Instead, inhale deeply 3 times. Rotate your wrists and ankles a few times while slowly sitting up. This gradually reactivates circulation to your brain and lower body, allowing you to start your day with more control and fewer stumbles. These simple, inexpensive, and time-efficient practices, when paired with a healthy diet, help lay the groundwork for long-term mobility, independence, and daily leg health. Fourth, savor the morning sunshine. Early sunshine can naturally boost the creation of vitamin D, which strengthens bones and helps with calcium absorption just by spending 5 minutes by a window or on the balcony. This is particularly valid for the ankles and wrists. This is especially important for anyone who is currently experiencing symptoms of muscle loss or weak legs. Despite being a simple deed, it jumpstarts your body's internal processes and improves the foundation your legs need to stay strong. Fifth, never stay hungry for too long after waking up. The longer you skip breakfast, the more your body starts to break down muscle for energy, a process known as catabolism. Have something little, like half a steamed sweet potato, a boiled egg, or a small bit of oatmeal if you are unable to have a full meal at this time. You may change the focus from muscular breakdown to muscle regeneration and rehabilitation by doing just one small thing. If you adhere to these 5 simple morning habits and the breakfast strategies we've just discussed, your legs will begin to mend gradually. Standing trembling will go away. You won't have to worry about sudden cramps. You will feel it in your very being, above all else. You have control over your body again. You get a single dose every morning instead of letting it control you. There is a limited amount of time to decide. Will you also experience some weakness in your legs today? Or will you take action to preserve your strength, stability, and independence? You just heard about 5 meals that have been shown by science to help you walk more comfortably, stop muscle loss, enhance your balance, increase blood flow to your legs, and rebuild leg strength. Your capacity to walk with confidence, stand on your own 2 feet, and lead the life you desire is influenced by these same factors. And in the first few minutes of the day, you have discovered a seemingly simple object that can strengthen your entire skeletal, muscular, and brain system. Sweet potatoes cooked with a dash of mineral salt. And you now know 5 easy yet powerful morning habits that make everything you eat more than just a healthy meal. They develop into a thorough rehabilitation regimen for the legs. You can do something about it. Tomorrow AM. You only need to make the deliberate decision to start your day. No gym membership, no tools, no doctor's appointment. Instead of letting age decide the fate of your leg, In addition, if you could only eat one meal tomorrow morning to protect your legs, what cuisine would you choose? Perhaps another senior needs to hear about your experience. Therefore, Brie, reply in the space provided for comments. To ensure you don't miss what comes next, please remember to like, subscribe to Leg Tip 60 Plus, and turn on the notification bell if you found this video helpful. Because I'll be sharing 3 common breakfast items in the next video that many elderly citizens eat every morning under the false assumption that they're healthy. In actuality, though, they are gradually weakening their muscles, which can cause cramps, numbness in the legs, and even completely impede the healing process. Don't let the bad breakfast choice be the sole thing that makes all of your effort pointless. Healthcare does not start in the hospital. It all starts in your kitchen at 7 a.m. when you take that first bite. Choose wisely, be careful with your legs, because as long as you can walk with power, you are still living life to the utmost. I'm grateful that you stayed through the entire video. On your journey to better health, I hope the material we've covered today will be especially helpful in preserving the strength, stability, and freedom of your legs after the age of 60. In the next video, we'll continue to uncover the little-known facts regarding aging and your legs that most people choose not to talk about. Then I'll see you.